Hello, I am here today to talk a little bit about inspired action. So, inspired action is very interesting because it is completely different than the action that we learn and that we're taught. Cora, come on. The action that we learn to do, which is forceful action that doesn't get us very far. Inspired action is acting from an inspired place, acting from some maybe higher guidance or intuition. Sometimes inspired action doesn't entirely make sense, but it is this feeling of I've got to do this. I've got to take this action right now. It's almost painful not to. So it doesn't feel like action. It feels almost effortless. And inspired action, here's the thing about it. When you get a download, an inspiration to do something, whether it's a baby step, like an inspired action can look like, I'm going to take a shower. I really, really want to take a shower right now. Or I'm going to write down a list of what I want to do, or I'm going to meditate. That is an action. That is something that you can do. An inspired action can look like a small, little, insignificant thing. An inspired action can look like, oh, I'm going to post this thing on Facebook, or I feel really called to make this video, or I feel really called to reach out to this person, or part of me really, really wants to go get ice cream right now. There's so many different forms it can take, and it doesn't always make sense, but it's some little random thing that you're like, ooh, that is it. That feels right for whatever reason. So here's the thing about it. When you get the download to do it, you have to take the inspired action. You have to go take the shower. You don't have to. You get the download, go take a shower. That sounds really fun to you. That is your highest timeline. Now, if you don't take the shower, nothing bad's gonna happen. Honestly, nothing bad is gonna happen. You will then be in this other timeline where you'll get a different inspired action that comes up. And that's okay. But let's say you do listen and you do take the shower. You go take the shower in the middle of the day, it doesn't quite make sense to you. But while you're in the shower, you get this $1 million idea for the direction you want to take your business, for example. You might not have gotten that idea, that $1 million idea, if you hadn't taken the shower. So inspired action is small baby steps that don't always make sense, but they add up. But you have to take the baby step that you are given to get to the next baby step. And so here's another important thing about inspired action. If you don't take the shower, if you don't listen to what feels inspiring or exciting, don't hold on to that. Don't cling to it oh, I didn't do that one thing when I was inspired to do it. Then you are focusing on that energy and you are kind of blocking your own momentum in a way. Because you're focusing on the one thing that you didn't do instead of being open to receive some new inspired guidance. And so inspired action is this continual presence, this continual inspiration. The entire universe is constantly rearranging itself and creating infinite timelines, literal infinite timelines. So you don't have to take the inspired action when you get it, and then that's your only one shot. That's not how it works. But if you do want to continue moving in the direction of a desire, you do have to take the baby steps as they come. And you don't have to take all of them. I got so many downloads yesterday, so many little inspirations of oh, I could do this, I could do that. So much came to me, and I probably did 3 out of 100. I'm just making those numbers up, but I did what I could do. And I took a few baby steps and I let that be enough. And now today, I'm not going to focus on the few baby steps that I didn't follow yesterday. I'm going to focus on right here, right now. What feels good to me? What feels exciting? What feels inspiring? What's a little weird idea that I got that I might want to follow? I'm going to focus on that instead of what I did or didn't do in the past. And that's going to have me, it's going to help me stay in the present so I can truly tune in to where I'm being called to go and to move and how I'm being called to act. Inspired action is one baby step at a time. It's only here and now. There is no future inspired action. There's no past inspired action. What do you feel called to do right now? It could look like writing down a list, taking a nap, doing a meditation, taking a shower, going to a specific cafe, calling up a specific friend. It can look like so many different things, but it is only right here and right now. So you don't have to cling to actions that you could have taken or you think you should have taken. They're gone. And from this moment, there's an infinite new number of possibilities for you in this moment. So you don't have to cling to anything. You don't have to regret anything. You don't have to worry about anything. And you will get inspired action more powerfully, more clearly from whatever energy you are in this moment. So the best thing you can do is feel good. The best thing you can do is be okay with where you're at and not force yourself like, oh, I've got to feel happy or else I'm not going to get inspired action. I'm not going to get the downloads. It's about just being okay with where you're at, accepting where you're at, not fighting it. Don't fight the flow. Don't fight and feel like, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. The feeling of acceptance in this now moment is so powerful. Like truly being here. That is so powerful. That's all you have to do. And you will continue to be guided. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to know how it's all going to add up. Because every little baby step you take and the baby steps you do choose to take add up. And they add up and they lead to new connections, new insights, new opportunities. They build. But you have to start building with the one baby step that you have now. Is there anything else about inspired action? Take it, act on it. It should be effortless. It should be the thing that feels the best to you. That is your highest timeline, is following what feels the best to you. Inspired action is not about like, I think I should be writing a book because that'll make me money, so I'm going to go force myself to write a book even though I don't want to. Inspired action is doing the thing that feels good. I don't want to write a book, so I'm not even going to think about that. What feels good to me? Taking a shower. In the shower, you get the inspired idea for what you actually should be doing, what you actually want, what actually feels good to you. That is your highest timeline. And in order to be in it, you just have to be with yourself in this moment and be doing things that feel right, be doing things that truly feel good to your heart. And it can be a practice, listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, but just continue to tune out of what everything and everyone else is telling you and continue to tune in to what feels good. And that is how you take inspired action. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Subscribe if it feels good to you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.